So, hi guys, welcome to part 2 of the Chaos Daemons Codex breakdown. Today we're going to have a look at the troops. So, first up, we've got the Bloodletters of Khorne. These are a classic unit that everybody likes.
Wacky
Big, angry red demons with long pointy things that are going to be shoved into places you don't want them to go. See, that's how you do the joke. Anyway, let's see, what do we have here? It's 100 points for your base unit. Let's see, we get 10 bloodletters in the base unit.
Yep.
May include up to 10 additional bloodletters for 10 points a model. So these guys are reasonably cheap.
That's it.
So, quick stat line rundown. Weapon skill 5, ballistic skill 5, strength 4, toughness 3, don't like that, wounds 1, initiative 4, attacks 1, leadership 7, 6 up save. You then have your Blood Reaper, which is basically your unit leader, who the only difference is he has +1 attack. So, one Bloodletter may be upgraded to the Blood Reaper for 5 points. I probably would, just for handiness. Blood Reaper may take up to 20 points from the demonic rewards. Any combination, so you can have two lesser or one greater. One Bloodletter may take an Instrument of Chaos, so we covered those in the last video, guys. And a different Bloodletter may take an Icon of Chaos. The Icon of Chaos may be upgraded to a Banner of Blood. So, do we have these handy?
Banner of Blood, I can get that straight now for you.
Yep. See, that's what I like about these new codexes, because you have that handy little reference to the back of the book.
Or if you need to, there's also the ability to get them here somehow.
Yeah, Swampy is actually on the iPad version.
Yeah, Banner of Blood.
Ta-da!
Once per game, so it's a mini feat.
Yep.
They the unit can charge D6 plus 6, so you're guaranteed always 6 inches.
7?
7, yes, because it's
7,
D6
yes.
plus 6. So, in other words, once you get 7 inches away, you're guaranteeing yourself the charge with that.
That's it.
That's not bad. Let's see. How would you use these guys, and how many would you take?
Because they only got toughness 3.
Uh-huh.
And you get 10, I'll probably go 15.
Uh-huh.
My mate uses 20. 20 is hard to get rid of.
Yeah. I suppose with demonic instability now.
Well, you won't do a test when you lose people. It's only when you get in combat. When you get in combat with 20 men...
Yeah.
Try budging 20 guys with a 5 pin bum.
You're not going to be really losing combat with 20 guys that have got AP-free weapons.
They've all got the base Hellblade. Special rules are Demon of Khorne, Demonic Instability, and Deep Strike.
They've got the Furious Charge, which we mentioned last video.
Yeah.
So they're Weapon Skill 5, Strength 5. If you've got 20 guys coming in for 200 points...
Well, the Weapon Skill 5 base.
Yeah.
So is it just up in your strength?
Oh, Furious Charge only ups the strength now.
Okay. So, glad we cleared that up before we got something wrong. Right, well... They seem quite nice, they seem handy, and they're a good core choice for your themed units.
That's it. And the fact that, again, lesser gifts for your sergeants, as we mentioned earlier.
Yeah, as we were talking about in the last video, some of those lesser gifts, or lesser rewards, are quite nice. So next up we have the Pink Horrors of Tzeentch. Base cost is 90 points with 10 Pink Horrors. Let's see, quick run of the stat line. Weapon skill 3, ballistic skill 3, strength 3, toughness 3, initiative 1, wounds 1, attack 1, leadership 7, no standard save. So let's see, we have special rules: Blue Horrors, Brotherhood of Sorcerers, Demons of Tzeentch, Demonic Instability, Magic Made Manifest. So, Swampy, do you want to call up a couple of these?
Blue Horrors, when a pink horror is slain in close combat. Not as a result of a stability check though.
Yep.
Place counter next to the unit. At the end of the initiative step 1 of close combat, one enemy unit locked in close combat with the unit horrors. Or if the pink horrors unit has been wiped out, one enemy unit that was locked in combat with them suffers 1 strength 2 AP nothing hit for every counter.
That's not bad, so it's giving you a final little dig to try and claw back a victory for the next round.
And then remove all these counters after it's been resolved.
Yeah, that's quite handy. What about Magic Made Manifest?
Basically, that one's the final, kind of like the fantasy version of them.
Okay.
Bigger the unit, more spells or psychic abilities they get. They produce warp charges based on the size.
So these are the guys that you want to be casting that 1 to 3 charge off.
That's it.
A full unit of 20 of these guys will have 3 warp charge, and then you roll on your change power and swap it for that primary and start going bang, bang.
One thing to mention: Demons of Tzeentch, which wasn't mentioned last.
Right.
They get +3 to the leadership. So you're thinking leadership 7 when doing psychic tests is
Leadership
now leadership 10.
Quite handy, guys.
And they can re-roll any save throws of 1. So the ward saves a 5. If you get a 1, you can re-roll to guarantee a save.
And the unit is a psyker, so it generates powers from the change power table. Very handy. So you can include up to 10 more models for 9 points apiece. One can be upgraded to the Iridescent Horror for 5 points. It's pretty much the same upgrades, only I think this time it's the Blasted Standard instead of the Banner of Blood. So, Blasted Standard, Swampy.
Blasted Standard is an icon of chaos. Once per game, the unit can declare it is using the Blasted Standard. This is done immediately before the unit makes a shooting attack, including Overwatch, or attempts to manifest a Witchfire power. If it does so, any unit hit by the attack suffers an additional 2d6 strength 4 hits.
Okay, that's tasty enough.
With an AP of nothing.
So what do you think, man? Would you run these over the Bloodletters?
And both of them are good. That one, I would say, these are your psychics. What they have lost is they used to had the basic shooting attack. So there's not a lot of Overwatch going in.
Yeah, I'm seeing no demonic gifts on this, so all they're going to be doing is casting that psychic power the whole time.
That's it during their turn. And even if they do get in on combat, you again, like you mentioned, you still got that little dig with the blue horrors, which is cool. They've actually brought that back. Yeah,
very cool. Okay, we have the Plague Bearers of Nurgle up next. Quick run through the stat line. Weapon skill 3, ballistic skill 3, strength 4, toughness 4, wounds 1, initiative 2, attacks 1, leadership 7. It's 10 in the unit to start with at 90 points, so not bad. They're all armed with the Plague Sword, so that's got the touch of rust, which I think will be very handy for vehicle hunting. They're a Demon of Nurgle, demonic instability, deep strike. So we missed Demon of Nurgle last time, didn't we? So what does it do?
They've got Shrouded, basic. They've got Slime, purposeful, which can be a hindrance, but the fact that if you're setting them up with, again, 15-man unit, because they are cheap for 90 points.
Yeah, it's 9 points a man. You can add 10 more.
That's it. You've got fire up cover out in the open. You're looking at a 2+ cover in any terrain.
Very cool, very cool. Right, well, we've got their upgrade character as well. Again, it's just +1 attack. Greater and lesser gift can be taken by him. This time they get the Plague Banner. Swampy.
Once per game again. Start the fight subphase, put it on. That unit's now got poison 2+ attacks for the rest of the turn.
Ooh, so if they're
until the end of the phase.
Yeah, so if they're dropping into a unit that they really want to kill that has that really high toughness.
Terminators either. Terminators be another favourite for it.
Yeah, Terminators or big swarms of Gaunts would be a good one as well, because you just want to scry your way through them. Okay, we'll move on to next. We have the Demonettes of Slaanesh. Quick run through the stat line. Weapon skill 5, ballistic skill 4, strength 3, toughness 3, wounds 1, initiative 5, attacks 2. I like this. Leadership 7. So you get 10 Demonettes for 90 points. So again, cheap, cheerful. They have Demon of Slaanesh, demonic instability, deep strike roll. Demon of Slaanesh does.
Demon of Slaanesh, they have Hatred, Corn. They have Rending, they have Fleet of Foot. But their run, they can run additional 3 on top of the normal D6.
That's quite handy.
Units that are entitled on the cavalry run additional 6 plus the D6.
Ooh.
Vehicles that are not walkers move an additional 3 whenever moving flat out.
Very useful, guys. Very, very useful. Okay, well, again, you'll get your Aluris this time, who gains an extra attack. She can take lesser and greater rewards of chaos. This time we get the Rapturous Standard. Mr. Swampy.
Once per game and start the subphase.
Yep.
Unit declares it's using its standard. If the unit does so, all models locked in combat with this unit suffer a minus D3 penalty to their weapon skill, to a minimum of 1.
So hang on, you have a psychic power that's dropping your weapon skill. Or is that Slaanesh, yes?
That's the Slaanesh.
Yeah,
but the one thing, if you have a mark,
it's not Slaanesh.
If you're a mark or a demon of Slaanesh, though.
My bad, guys. Sorry.
If you have the mark or are a demon of Slaanesh, though, you are immune to the effects of the Rapturous Standard. So if you're having a Slaaneshi on Slaaneshi fight, it's just pointless. Even if you, just pointless switching the banners on.
Waste of points at that point.
Yeah.
Fair enough. The last thing we have is the old favourite, Nurglings. You have a swarm of Nurglings that begins with 3 swarms, 45 points. You may include up to 6 additional bases of them. Demon of Nurgle, demonic instability, deep strike, infiltrate, and their swarms.
They have infiltrate.
Yeah. I assume these are going to be annoying little skirmishers.
They are.
Since they can't hold an objective, they can still contest, though.
True.
And with infiltrate, and it's a case of trying to budge something with 4 wounds.
Yeah. Well, we'll run through the stat line again. Weapon skill 3, ballistic skill 3, strength 3, toughness 3, wounds 4. Yes. Yeah. So unless you're doubling that toughness with a strength 6, you're not killing whole bases. Initiative 3, attacks 4, leadership 7. So they are knocking out a fair number of attacks between them.
Again, they've got ward save of 5, and they've got shroud.
Yeah.
You put them into cover, then you get them out and come out when you need to be.
Yeah.
To harass units.
I would also use these to pounce on units like other infiltrators, because a lot of other infiltrators don't have massive numbers of attacks. Well, Pathfinders, I really think
if you drop these into a unit of scouts, how do you think they'll do? Because the bare base you always compare against is a Space Marine. Let's be honest, guys.
A unit of scouts, I think these would probably beat the scouts.
Right.
With the 5 attacks on the charge.
Well, I suppose if you had the 9 bases with 5 on the charge, that becomes 45 attacks. So
with 4 to hit, 5's to wound, but it's 45 attacks.
Yeah, which will drop down to about, say, 13, so you're doing roughly 10 to 12 wounds per round.
Yeah.
So, it's quite tasty, guys. Quite tasty indeed. Right, the last thing we'll cover in this is something we won't cover in the other ones because it's just out in its own place. The Blood Throne of Khorne. Dedicated transport, so no ballistic skill, front and side armour 12, rear armour 10. It's 3 hull points, it's a vehicle chariot open-topped, 1 Blood Throne costs 75 points. Any thoughts?
I'm not a great fan of the model myself.
True. The only thing it's going to be transporting is your Herald of Khorne, so you're not going to be dropping a lot of blood letters into this. Your entire army seems to be foot slogging it. It's a Demon of Khorne, Deep Strike, Gore Feast, Totem of the Endless Bloodletting. Okay, so we have Gore Feast, if you wouldn't mind, Swamp.
Gore Feast. Every time, when this model's Hammer of Wrath hits, cause 1 or more unsaved wounds. A single phase, roll d6. On a 4+, you get a whole point back.
Okay, that's handy enough. And Totem of Endless Bloodletting?
Any Demon of Khorne who is within 6 inches of a Herald of the Blood Throne benefits from the Herald's loci, exactly as if he was in the unit. So, as opposed to just he has to be in the unit, you could have his locus affecting multiple units.
I see.
Which we will cover when we do HQs.
Yep, well, I think that's the entirety of the troops and the dedicated transports, guys, for now. So, what I think we're going to do, we're going to head on and we'll actually take on the HQs now that we've actually got a little something to chat about with them. So, I hope you're enjoying the Codex breakdown and we'll see you in the next one.